or assists per set. Berkeley Oblad in the middle. King Windish will start along with Phoebe Grace, and Brianna Dorman is the libero for the Utes. So we are set to go from the Huntsman Center. Utah on the white tops, with the exception of Dorman, the librero, who is in red. Black shorts, Oregon State, and all black with the exception of Grace Massey, the libero. We are set to go, and first serve will go to Oregon State as Montana Gubru will serve it up, and a nice low diving effort. Kenzie Kerber unable to slide under it, and the first point goes to Oregon State. Second serve into the net, and a quick side out for the Utes. Look at the all-time series history. Utah leads this series 12-11 over Oregon State. Back to serve now for the Utes, Kinga Windish, senior from Budapest, Hungary. They'll set the flare to the right, take that left side, overpowering Windish in the back, and a point for the Beavers. So Oregon State jumps on top 2-0. Amy Underdown back to serve. Underdown with 15 aces on the season, second best on this team. Utah sets up Kenzie Kerber. She can't put it down right side. Opposite side to Drews. They flared out to her on the left side. Drews with the kill and a side out for the Utes. That will rotate in. Berkeley Oblad, who comes in to replace Phoebe Grace. So Berklad in the middle, up front now for the Utes. Dorman back to serve. Held up by the libero and back, but not cleanly as it goes beyond the white tape. And Oregon State unable to regroup, and a point for the Utes. So it doesn't go down as an ace, but an effective serve for Brianna Dorman of the Utes, who has 14 aces on the season. Utes on top here early on, 3-2 in set number one. Pushed up by Goings. The block is there for the Utes to send that effort back. Backline attack. On the effort by Underdown, it sails long, and a point for the Utes. Utes on top 4-2 here in set number one. Set to the left side on the effort by Goings. And a point for the Beavers. Side out for Oregon State. And drifting back to serve, Grace Massey, 5'5", junior from Beaverton, Oregon. Low driving serve by Massey. Short set in the middle to Oblad, sent back by Oregon State. Kerber, right to left effort. Bump set by Massey. Three ball over and out of play. So miss hit right there, sails long as the Beavers were just trying to get it over. And that puts the Utes on top 5-3. Kenzie Kerber back to serve for Utah. Back row attack by the Beavers, sent back by the block of the Utes. Hit the tape as well up front. That one over the block. They got a piece of it. Chance to set up now for Drews, who goes left to right. Handled back by Massey. Bump set by Drews. Back set to Kerber. Into the block, sent back. Bruin and Goings collaborate at the nets. And a point for Oregon State. They close it within one. Substitution now for Oregon State. Taylor Quinn, a 5'5" freshman, libero from Corvallis. Haley Bennett rotates out. Quinn back to serve. Handled by Dorman. Back set to Berkeley Oblad into the block. And a point for the Utes as it goes out of play opposite side. So Berkeley Oblad for the Utes. Her first kill of the afternoon. Utah hitting .400 early on. 2 kills and 5 swings, no attack errors. 4 attack errors already for Oregon State in 7 tries. They're hitting a negative .286. Dorman and back, sends it high. Back row attack. The point for the Beavers as that one goes out. Goings back to serve now for Oregon State. Well, miscommunication and miss hit right there. And a point for Oregon State to tie the opening set at 6-6. Maddie Goings floats it over, taken by Drews. Kerber. Windish can't put it away. That one a cross-court effort from left to right. Into the seats and a point, as well as a side out for the Utes. So Oregon State got back-to-back points for the first time in this first set. Utes on top, 7-6. Oblad back to serve. Diving effort on the overpass by the libero Massey. Chance for Utah to capitalize. Goes long, no touch. Beth Lanier off the bench. No challenge. Shekinah Clark rotates in now for Oregon State out of Hawaii. Transfer from Oklahoma City University. Beavers serving at 7-7 and a service error by Shekinah Clark. And a point for the Utes.
Now serving for the Utes, number 9, Sage Kaha'aina Torres.
Kaha'aina Torres back to serve now for the Utes, native of Hawaii. Done great work for the Utes at center this season. Good effort by Windish to get under it. Drews pushes it over from the back row. Short set by the Beavers to Shell, who can't put it down. Drews from back. Overpowers Quinn, who kept it in play. Chance here for Utah as the Beavers have to push it over. That one goes long, but off the touch. And a point for the Utes. Kenzie Kerber for the Utes, second on the team, averaging 3.04 kills per set, hitting .276 on the season. Utes in front by 2 at 9-7 opening set. Back row attack by Goings into the net, and a point for the Utes. It has been a rough year for head coach Mark Barnard for Oregon State, just a host of injuries. Starting center Maddie Sheehan. Also freshman Amaya Small going out in mid-October. Cecily Max Brown, a freshman outside, also rejoined the injured list and remains out. And Corey Cheshire, a 6'1 senior middle blocker out of Alberta, not dressed as well today, and she's averaging .76 blocks, 1.73 kills per set. Just too many losses to overcome for Oregon State this season, and as a result, a 3-15 record in conference play. That'll be an ace for the Utes. Love that effort by the senior Kinga Windish out of Budapest, Hungary. 11th ace of the season for Windish. Utes on top by 4 at 12-8. Reach over there, not put down by Utah. Chance for Drews, however. Handled back by Goings. Cross quarter right at Windish. Can't get under it, and a point for Oregon State. Bennett with the put away there to make it 12-9. Utes still on top by 3. Opening set at the Huntsman Center. Drews. Kaha'aina Torres. Kerber's effort won't go down. And back Dorman. Diving effort could not get there in time, and a point for Oregon State. Back to serve under down one more time. Drews cross quarter handled by the libero Massey. Into the block on the effort by Bennett. That one skims off the block. Touch last by Kerber and a point for the Beavers. Utah in front by 1, 12-11. Drew slides under, now gets set. Lightly taps it over, handled by Underdown. That one off the touch up front. And Beth Lanier calls for a timeout. The Beavers have scored 4 straight points to draw level at 12 points apiece. Opening sets on Pac-12 Plus.
Recognize and honor some more seniors tonight. It's our senior members from the Spirit team. Hey, everybody, let's make some noise.
Actually, into the net, excuse me.
Bree Dorman serving.
So Dorman back to serve. Eats in front now, 13-12. Back row effort by Goings. Overpowers Dorman as that one was set towards the letters. And a point for Oregon State, tied again at 13. Grace Massey back to serve. Massey a team high 24 aces on the season. Windish. Drews. Bumped over by Dorman. Chance now for Oregon State. Nicely done. Serena Bruin, senior from Commerce City, Colorado, tools that one off the block in the middle for Utah. And Oregon State in front by 1. Bruin with .98 kills per set, hitting just 188 on the season, but a powerful block, best in the team at 1.10 blocks per set. Point there for the Utes. The tied at 14 apiece. That last attack here by Maddie Goings. Kenzie Kerber back to serve for Utah at 14 apiece. Handled by Goings. And into the block on the effort by Goings. A little push set there by Gubrud. But that gave the Utah block plenty of time to set up and organize. And Kenzie Kerber back to serve for Utah. 27 service aces, second best in the team for Kerber this season, who was an honorable mention All-American a year ago. Another point for the Utes to make it 16-14. Haley Bennett, that last attack error for the Beavers. Goings under it. Her attack handled by Utah. Back set to Berkeley Oblad. They'll run her on the slide to the right side. That's where she's so effective. That one off the tape. Held back by Oregon State as it lightly came over. Back set to Oblad. This time they run the middle to her. Same look, just in a different spot. Utah working that right side with Kaha'a, Aina Torres, and Oblad. Now they went back to the middle. Another put away for Berkeley Oblad, her 4th kill. That leads Utah here in the first set. High set on the left side for Brown. Utah handles. Drews now cross court. Massey just under it. Back row. Kerber trying to get there to help out Windish. And it's a point for Oregon State.
Taylor Quinn serving.
A run of 7 straight points by the Utes ended right there in a side out for Oregon State. Dorman from the back. Back set to Oblad, right side, this time right into the Oregon State block. Serena Bruin ready to go. Bruin averaging 1.1 blocks per set. That's a team high for Oregon State. That's served by Drews. Goes long. Not touched by Utah front, and a point for the Utes. Drews back to serve one more time, and timeout called by Mark Barnard. First set from the Husband Center. Mike Lagerschultz with you on Pac-12 Plus. Scott Pettit, Mike Gilliland Working behind the scenes on this Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Hope you have a great holiday weekend. Danny Drews resumes her service for the Utes. That one over the top of the block one more time. Seen that a couple of times where the block was there, but the attack goes over it and goes long, and another point for the Utes. 23-15 now the score. An ace for Danny Drews as she overpowers Taylor Quinn back left. Set point for the Utes. Good crowd on hand for a Wednesday afternoon as they come to their feet at the Huntsman Center. And that one just long. As Bruin lets it go. And a point for the Beavers. So a side out for Oregon State. Still a set point. Drews will rotate out. Freshman libero Sarah Stevens comes in for the Utes. A product that's 18th best in the country. Between her and Danny Drews, who is averaging 4.71 kills per set in Pac-12 play. That's second best in the league. That's a pretty good combination, but Drews just 2 kills in that first set. Oblad with 5. She led the way. Utes got the win again, 25-16. First point of set number 2 goes to Oregon State. Haley Bennett's set up from Gubru for the first point. Kenzie Kerber now cross court for the Utes. And a point and a quick side out for Utah. Berkeley Oblad rotates in. Kenzie Kerber back. Or make that the libero, Brianna Dorman, back for the Utes. Handled by Massey. Beyond the white line, they set up Maddie Goings. And a point for Oregon State. Going with her 5th kill the match with 3 attack errors and 15 tries. Also a couple of digs for Goings. Massey serving at 2-1. Danny Drews, a low driver handled by Massey on the overpass. A point for the Utes. Kenzie Kerber with the put away. Kenzie Kerber, 3.04 kills per set, hitting 276. Oregon State bench not happy with the call. They thought it was wide. A missed call there, perhaps. Diving effort and back for Utah. Bayette keeps it alive. Beavers can't put it away. Oblad in the middle can't put it down. Off the block goes the effort of Goings. Good effort by Kerber and back. This time Berkeley Oblad wipes off the block up front. Oblad with the kill, and the Utes in front 3-2. So back-to-back points for the first time in set number 2 as the Utes up by 1. Kenzie Kerber serving. Back set attacked on the right side by Bruin. Drews tries to run up and push that one over as it was hugging the net. And a point for the Utes. A good job by Drews to get there on the assist by Kenzie Kerber. Back set one more time, right side to Bruin. Goes long and a point for Utah. A lot of long attacks here early on from Oregon State. Down to an 0-2-4 hitting percentage for the match. Back set right side. This time it goes to Bennett. He's block it up. Drews cross court. Handled by Massey. Left to right effort that time by Goings. Off the touch in the back off Dorman. And a point for Oregon State. So Utah scores 4 straight points before the Beavers get a side out. They close within 5-3 in set number 2. Utah took the opening set 25-16. Quinn serving. Dorman under it. Kaina Torres sets up Drews. Her effort from left to right put down. Danny Drews again Second in the Pac-12 in league play, 4.71 kills per set. Earlier this year, she became the 17th player in program history to reach the 1,000 career kills mark. Been a great career for Danny Drews, the junior from Sandy, Utah, and Brighton High School. Long set for the back row effort by Amy Underdown, 6'1" senior from Temecula, California, transferring from Northeastern. And Underdown with the kill. Her first of the match after 3 attack errors. Back set to Oblad. Into the net on Oregon State and a point for Utah. Getting back to Danny Drews, this is the second straight year she has eclipsed 500 kills. Only 2 players in program history to do that are Drews and Adora Nye, who was a first-team All-American for the Utes. But Drews stepping up big this year, 13 20-kill matches. She's been over 30 kills twice. She set the program record with 33 kills against USC, winning the opening frame 25-16. Serena Bruin now back to serve for Oregon State. And into the Utah lineup, Zoe Wetherington. Talented 6'2" freshman from Mint Hill, North Carolina. She just has a unique sound on her ball when she lets go. Packs a powerful punch. Wetherington averaging 2.45 kills per set, hitting 220 for the Utes.
Point for Oregon State.
Point for Oregon State as they close one more time to within 2 at 8-6. Gubrud, that last kill for the Beavers. A little touch set by Kaha'a Torres at the net did not work out. And a point for the Beavers. So back-to-back points by Oregon State for the first time in this second set. They close it with them 1 at 8-7. They go to Drews in the middle one more time. Or make that Phoebe Grace, excuse me. And a point for the Utes. So Phoebe Grace the kill from Kaa'aina Torres. Megan Yett now in for Utah, back to serve. Sophomore from Caldwell, Idaho. Back set by Gubrud. Handled by Utah. Kerber. Gubrud under it. Long set to the left side for Bennett. How about that effort by Kaa'aina Torres from the back right location. Want to go down for the Utes. But it ends up being a point for the Utes. That attack into the antenna. Back-to-back points scored by Utah to lead 10-7 in set number 2. Bump set. Into the block goes the effort of Haley Bennett. Some long sets here by Oregon State, giving this Utah defense ample time to get set up and stationed properly. Utah now with 2 blocks in the match. They lead 11-7. Kerber sneaks around the effort by Phoebe Grace to get her set up. Sends it back left. How about that? Little ab-libbing right there. Utes in front now by 5 at 12-7. Good effort to get to there by Massey. Short set, but a point for the Beavers. So Oregon State read that one well. The attack error there by Phoebe Grace. And back to serve for Oregon State, Amy Underdown. Drews, a good job and back now, set up for the back row attack. Goings underneath that one, back to the way into the block. Haley Bennett, and a point for the Utes. So only 1 point on the side out by Oregon State. Utah has scored 5 of the last 6 points. Utah starting to crawl ahead here a bit, leading 13-8 in set number 2. Flare to the left side for Goings. Utah sends it back. They go the same way, off the block of Utah. And a point for Oregon State. So the Beavers back-to-back times going to Matty Goings. The first time Utah handled it, the second time off the block. Matty Goings, a team-high 7 kills for Oregon State. Shekinah Tinsley into the match for the Utes. 6'4" middle blocker from Tracy, California. Beth Lanier going deep into her bench this afternoon. That serve sails out, and a point for the Beavers.
Serena Bruin serving.
Serena Bruin back to serve. Bruin 1 kill and 4 tries this afternoon. Couple of blocks. Got the ace right there.
Oregon State.
And a point for Oregon State. Serena Bruin, just her 5th ace of the season. Point for the Utes. Shekinah Tinsley off the bench makes her presence known in a hurry. Just 6 kills in 8 sets so far this year for Tinsley. Utes on top by 4, 17-13. Back set as Oregon State elects to run the middle to Lindsay Shell. 6'2" sophomore middle from Temecula, California. And a quick side out for Oregon State. Montana Gubru back to serve now for OSU. Handled by Drews. Set to Weatherington. Got to her quickly in close quarters. Take that back. It was Tinsley. And now Weatherington. Either way, impressive attack. It's on top by 4. Served by Yetz. Oregon State somehow able to organize an attack. Off the touch. And a point for Oregon State. Looked like it might be a free ball situation, but they organized to get a kill by Haley Bennett. Well done by OSU. Bennett with 7 kills, hitting 111 in the match. Drews under it. Back set to Kerber. She slices it down the right side. And out of play, a point for the Beavers. So a little rally here by Oregon State. We're down by 5, now back to within 2 at 18-16. That one just over the tape. Set up to Drews, set back by Bennett. This time Kerber on the right side, can't put it down. Long set cross-court effort to Goings.
Point for the Beavers. Into the net.
Net violation on Utah and a point for the Beavers. And Oregon with him 1 at 18-17. Under down serving. Just barely gets it over. Drews winds up.
Point. Oregon
Another
State.
point for Oregon State as that one sails high for Danny Drews. Drews just 4 kills, 3 attack errors, and 21 tries this afternoon. And Beth Lanier with a challenge. Her challenge is whether the ball was touched or not. So the score on the board is 18-18. One more time we go to video replay. Utah with 20 wins for the 18th time in 30 seasons under Utah head coach Beth Lanier. Utah reached that milestone with a 4-set win over number 24 Cal last weekend here at home. And serving for the Utes. Back set, missed time, but good job by Shell to regroup. Utah comes back, however. Danny Drews, a monster put away. And a timeout called by OSU. After outscoring OSU 12-2 to close it out. Utah a 4-0 run here in this second set on 2 occasions. The best run by OSU was 3 straight points. Point there for the Utes and a quick side out. Danny Drews with the put away. 7 kills now for Drews. And Kinsey Kerber back to serve. Utah 4 points away from going up 2-0 in the match. This time from the left side, Goings. Back set. Nope, they'll go to Berkeley Oblad in the middle. Handled by OSU. Through the block left side by Goings. Good rally right here. Drews, steep angle. Just beyond the 10-foot line. Diving effort by Massey, can't get there in time. And after a great rally, Drews a put away for the Utes. She now has 8 kills as she has come to life here in this second set. 3 straight points scored by Utah to lead 23-18. Kerber continues her service. Into the tape and over on the try by Goings. Again, into the tape, and it just powered its way over, went skyward. And Utah unable to get there. So a side out for OSU at 23-19. Alexa Van Komen rotating in for the Utes. Folding a serve by OSU. Drews unleashes. Goes long. And a point for the Beavers. That's the 3rd attack error by Drews this afternoon. And her percentage down to 185. Quinn serving one more time. Low liner. Back set to Oblad. That time it's into the nets. And into the block. I'll take that back. It went off the block cleanly. And a point for Utah. So a 24-20 set point for the Utes. Into the block on the try by Goings. Utah chance to win it here. Bumped over by Wetherington. A nice job in the middle by the setter, Gubrud, to just dump it over and get the point as well as a side out. So second try, a set point for the Utes. And Bruin going back to serve for a moment, instead gives up to Goings. Danny Drews. They'll set up Wetherington into the block. Good job by Dorman to clean it up and back. Wetherington over. Set left side. And a point for the Beavers as Van Komen can't handle it cleanly. The kill there by Amy Underdown on the set from Gubrud. Underdown with her 3rd kill, made that 2nd. 24-22. Drews. Good save near us by Gubrud. Back set to Oblad. That's been working all day. Can the Beavers keep it in play? They do. Free ball over. Another chance here for the Utes on set point number 3. Scramble. 4 hits. That won't go over, and that will do it. Utah on its 3rd try. At set point closes out set number 2, 25. And a point for the Utes on the swing by Megan Yett. So the Utes go right to work here in this 3rd set. Trying to push it up there was Goings. And a point for the Beavers to tie it at 1-1. So Grace Massey now back to serve for OSU. Dorman. Drews into the block. The Beavers. And a point for Oregon State. So the Beavers jump in front 2-1 here early in set number 3. Utah hitting the Beavers 294-167 for the match. Yet Drews thought they might do a back row attack. A little miscommunication there at the net, and Kenzie Kerber just kind of cleaned up the leftovers. A lot of people will be doing that tomorrow, but a nice job by Kerber to get it over and get the point for Utah. And we're tied at 2-2 here in this third set. Dorman serving for Utah. Low driver handled him back by Yet. They run the middle to Berkeley Oblad. Kahaha Aina Torres now with 27 assists for the Utes. Sage again ranking top 20 in the country in assists per set this season. And a point there for Utah. So that one going long. So after the kill by Oblad, the attack error by Haley Bennett. Utes doubling up OSU early in the third set. Good effort by Dorman, the senior. Slides under a Drews off the block. Out of play. Another point for the Utes. They've got it humming here in this third set. So Dorman, a great job covering the floor in the back. Drops back the serve at 5-2. Long set up in the back row for Goings. Another long try and a point for Utah. When we talked about the issues for this Oregon State team, Corey Cheshire, a senior middle blocker, out for this weekend. Ranks top 6 on this team in kills, second in blocks. They're also without their freshman outside, Cecily Max Brown, who is second on the team with 2.92 kills per set this season. Been just one of those years for head coach Mark Barnard. Beavers with a side out and a chance at serve here. Down 6-3. Kerber, that left hand slithers it down the right side and a whistle. Double hit and a point for the Utes. Kenzie Kerber, such a good job opening up on that right side with the left hand. And now back to serve Kinga Windisch out of Budapest, Hungary. For the Utes, one of the seniors honored before the match this afternoon. Little tap over, handled by Drews. Longer try by Bruin, covered as well. Utes in front, 7-3 in the third set. They lead 2-0. That try goes long. Good decision by Dorman to let it go. 7 of the last 8 points scored by Utah, as they now lead 8-3 in the third set. That one right at the feet of Kinga Windisch. And a point for the Beavers to make it 8-4. Going serving for OSU. They'll set up Drews left side. Overpowers OSU in the back row. What a heavy ball there by Drews. Down to double figures with 10 kills on the afternoon. Oblad with 12. Maddie Goings with 14 leads away in the match for OSU. Drews serving. Wilson overpass there on the serve. Utah a chance to organize. Back set to Oblad off the block and out of bounds. I'd say for Berkeley, I want to say at least 5 or 6 of her 12. Make that now 13 kills have come on that exact look. So Danny Drews for the Utes. 10 kills, hitting 194 in the match with 3 digs. An ace and a block. Into the block one more time. That's the 4th block today by Utah. Berkeley Oblad and Kaha Aina Torres there for the Utes. Under down the attack error. Utes are top now by 7, 11-4, and they appear to have things in cruise control in this 3rd set. Utah looking for the sweep here this afternoon. Set left side to Chloe Brown. Utah counters Megan Yett. Down the right side towards the left corner. Megan Yett with her 3rd kill today. No attack errors for Yett. Utah hitting .500 to negative .067 for OSU. Not many miscues until that service error by Danny Drews. So a point for OSU to make it 12-5 and a side out for the Beavers. Back set to Oblad. A little tap over right side. A little change of pace. Found an open spot on the hardwood to place that one. And 14 kills now for Berkeley Oblad. Utes in front 13-5. And a quick side out for Utah. Oblad from the back. They'll set up Yett, cross court left to right, handled by Massey the libero. Good job by Drews, middle back. They'll set her up on the back row attack. Thunders one toward Massey. Into the scores table and OSU bench. Another point for Utah. OSU showing some life late in set number 2, also at the midway point in set number 1. But just all Utah here in the 3rd set at 14-5. Short set, a miss hit by Lindsay Schell. Another point for the Utes. Timeout. We are quickly at the midway point of our 3rd set. Utah leads 2-0. Drews with the back row attack. Great story for Berkeley Oblad. Injured her forearm last year. Almost gave up the sport of volleyball. And she could not play last year, decided to hang in there and fight through it. She's limited her contact with that forearm and in practice at times this year. Had to be kind of careful how she paced herself through the season, but health-wise, in pretty good shape. She's had a great year for the Utes. Berkeley Oblad, 2.47 kills per set. She's hitting .304 in the season. A monster block up front at 1.14 per set. With just her presence alone, impacts the opposing team so much with where they can go. And we've seen her so well on that slide this afternoon, whether they run it middle, they run it right side, they can move her around to several different places where she can be effective on the attack. Great story and a great decision by Berkeley Oblad to come back for her final year. Earned All-America honors a couple years ago and will certainly be in the conversation for All-Conference and All-America honors once again this season. The Utah team ranked 17th in the country. It's in front 18-6. We'll tap over the block of Yett as she was going solo up front. Got a little bit close to the net there. And a good decision on the attack by Chloe Brown just to tap it over. 18-7. And Brown now back to serve for OSU. Service error into the nets and a side out for the Utes. The Beavers got back-to-back points just once in this 3rd set. And that made it 2-1 ever since then. Massive runs by Utah. Just 6 points away from a sweep on this Wednesday afternoon. Into the net. Point for the Utes. Leah Schmidt was there for the block. And now back to serve Megan Yett. Leah Schmidt with that last kill for the Utes.
Point.
Just her 21st kill of the season.
Grace Massey serving.
So 20-8 now our score. The kill by Maddie Goings. On a set by Lopez. Good save there by Kaha'a Ina Torres to give Utah a chance to stay alive. Beavers have to free ball it over. Utah now a chance to organize. One more time they go to Schmidt. This one now put down. They'll run the middle this time. It goes long on the try by Tinsley, and a point for the Beavers. So Beth Lanier going deep into her bench. Utes are off to Colorado on Saturday afternoon to close things out. Back sets for the Utes. Kinga Windish on senior night. Windish with her first kill of the match. 10th of the season. Great moment for her to make it 21-9. Bree Dorman back to serve for Utah. Into the block goes the attack of Haley Bennett. That's Utah block number 6. Utes in front 22-9. Beth Lanier going deeper into her bench. Emily Smith, the freshman from Park City, coming in. Utah won the opening set 25-16. They took the second 25-22. And a commanding lead here in the third, 22-9. Into the block again on the try by Goings. But that time, Utah sends it back and out of play. A point for OSU. Good job on the attack there by Goings to get the proper angle. Back set. Into the block goes Windish. Solo block for OSU. That's her fourth of the match. Goings and Bruin were there. 22-11. Nice push over by Oblad. This hit in the back. And now 3 straight points by OSU. Followed by Creighton in the top 10. Beyond that for Pac-12 teams. After Washington at 9, Utah in their number 17. UCLA 23, Washington State 25. Another attack error there by the Utes to extend the Beavers run. And it's now 6 straight points. Attack error by Leah Schmidt. Back-to-back tries to make it 22-15 for Oblad. Cross-court effort handled and back by Brown. It's the block, diving efforts. Great job there by Smith. Another point for Oregon State. Well, Beth Lanier trying to be patient and let some of her bench get some action. We'll see how patient she is as the Beavers close within 6 at 22-16. Off the block on the effort by Smith. Or make that Schmidt. Mishandle there by Smith. Well, Beth Lanier goes back to her starting center. Kaha'a Ina Torres coming back in for Smith. Let's see if that can right things for the Utes. 8 straight points scored by OSU. It was 22-9 just a moment ago. Oblak, quick set by Kaha'a Ina Torres, and a point for Utah. And just like that, all is right for the team in white. 23-17, and Kinga Windish back serving for Utah. Into the block. Off the hands of Kaha'a Ina Torres for Utah. That's their 7th block of the match, and we are at match points. So the Beavers got within 5 of back-to-back points by the Utes, has them at 24-17. Windy serving for the match. Flare left side for Goings. Sent back by Utah. They run the slide to Bruin. Utah covers it. Pushed over by Kahaina Torres. Beavers going to swing at it. Mary Kate Lopez, the setter, just reared back and put it away. So 24-18, second match point for the Utes. Back set to Oblad. At Going, she's overpowered, and that will do it. A fitting end